It's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know we live from 285 right now as we speak. Got DJ Iceberg on the ones and twos, and of course, you know it's yours truly, Beehive Radio Shouty, in here kicking Flav with you tonight. On the phone, man. I got an original hot boy that's been holding it down for the longest, man. I'm talking about that boy Young Turk. What's good with it, my dog?
I'm cool, homie, man. Appreciate you, bro. What's up with it, man?
Man, not much, man. I mean, I want to get straight to it. I mean, this new single, that Wodie remix with that boy Bounce to P, man. How that come about?
Man, it's just crazy. You know, it was that time, you know what I'm saying, overdue. I reached out to a couple of people, you know what I'm saying, they got back with me, man, told me send a record piece on the record back like 2 days with an Instagram video, him recording in the studio, and, the rest was history, man, after that, you know what I'm saying? And, we've been keeping in contact with each other ever since, man. I'm actually about to take a trip to LA, man. We got some more things in the works, so we gotta look out on be on the lookout for it. You know what I'm talking about?
I could definitely dig that. I mean, what other projects are you working on as far as the music right now? I mean, do you got an LP or an album or an EP on the way or anything like that?
Right now, I'm pushing my Wodie single. I got my mixtape, Getting Money Stay Real.
Yeah.
That's online right now. It's on my website, hotboyturk.com. And just working, man, just doing a whole lot of stuff, man, on the road, doing shows, staying out of the way, staying focused, bro. You heard me?
Yes, sir. Now, I know you told me that you was on the road. I mean, my partner Bankroll Fresh. I mean, y'all been getting it in a long way out there, getting to that money. I mean, tell me how that's been, performing that Hot Boy and all that good stuff. And I heard y'all got a remix to that thing, too.
Crazy. Yeah, we just performed it at South by Southwest, man. We broke it out at the World Star event, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Actually, it's me and Juvenile on the remix, We trying to get Wayne on that thing, man. By the time we drop that video, hopefully Wayne will be on it, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make it happen, man. We bringing the hot boy back. Old hot boy, OG hot boy, young OG, you know what I'm saying? So it's doing it for the fans, bro, what they've been waiting on. Me and Bankroll on the road. We just come from North Carolina together. We had a show last night.
Yeah.
Shout out to the whole Street Money Spotlight. It's Y&T. We moving together, man. We united and taking it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah, man. That's a beautiful thing, my dog. Now, I mean, another thing that's been making the headlines, man, that lawsuit.
Yeah.
I mean, can you give me the details on that or what's really going on with it? Because, I mean, all we see are these huge numbers, but don't nobody know where it's coming from or what it's really all about.
It's about the money, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing personal, it's all business. As far as my lawsuit, of course, I'm suing them for nothing less than 1.3 million, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the judge sees fit for me to have that's rightfully mine. I never received any royalty check, never received any publishing artist royalties, you know what I'm saying? So, and of course I was locked up, man. I did a decade, you know what I'm saying? So, when I came home, man, I was thinking everything was going to be all good. Baby and Slim was going to do the right thing, and they didn't, And I tried to settle the matter quietly, but I didn't have to do no lawsuit. That ain't even me. I'm talking about just being real. I thought about us being brothers. We all coming in the game together. We could sit down, we could chop it up, and they could work the numbers out, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it didn't. My attorney advised me that we need to go ahead on and file a complaint. We did. They can read the whole complaint, man. Everything that's stipulated in the complaint is on my website at hotboyturk.com. They got X amount of days to respond. They just asked for a 30-day extension. They had 21 for the initial complaint, but you know how it is, man. It's a process, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, man, before we even go that far, man, we'll just come to an agreement, and that's what I'm hoping for. We can just move forward, keep doing what we're doing.
Now, I know that boy Juvie, he back over there on Cash Money. I mean, how you feel about that? And then also, I want to know any kind of reunions or anything in the works or stuff like that, too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Jules did what was best for him. Sometimes you got to make moves that's best for you and your family.
Yeah.
And what's best for me and my family is what I'm doing. That probably was a good move for him. As far as me and Julie, we have a show coming up April 23rd in Jacksonville, Florida together. We done did a couple shows since I've been home. Me and Wayne got 2 shows coming up, April 4th, April 8th. Mannie Fresh going to be on the one on April 8th as well. So, we doing things together, man. Me personally, I want to put it all together, you know what I'm saying? And by BG being incarcerated, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like it ain't gonna come together like it needs to come together until he get back. You know what I'm saying? Whether we do a Hot Boy reunion tour, get the fans stuff, they need to see that. They need that. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, between time, you know, it's the young Hot Boy and the OG Hot Boy movement, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bankroll Fred.
Hell yeah, I can definitely dig that. Now, speaking of BG, have you talked to him recently and how he doing?
Yeah, I talk with BG all the time on quarterly. We email each other.
Yeah.
So he fighting, man. BG got 14 years of gun charge in the feds, you know what I'm saying? And when you get found guilty, man, it's a process. It don't mean that you're going to do all that time. Because I had 22 years. I gave 12 back. I did 8 years, 8 months, 16 days.
Yeah.
You know, there's always an error in the law, you know, and sometimes the people abuse their authority, you know what I'm saying? And in BG's situation, I believe he's going to get his time back and he'll be home any day now. You know what I'm saying? It's just a process, going through the appealing process. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. I mean, now coming out of that time that you did in jail, what was going through your mind when you were sitting in there waiting to get back out on these streets and turn back up, man?
Man, just staying alive, bro. Like, you know, because you ain't guaranteed to make it through prison.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's so much that be on your mind to where you try to take your mind off of what's going on out here because you'll go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just did my time one day at a time, and I stayed focused. I got my GED while I was incarcerated. You know, I stayed in contact with my family, and, you know, I got more spiritual. I read a lot, you know what I'm saying? Just try to stay sane in there, man, because, like I said, you can lose your mind.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, fortunately, man, I was able to overcome it.
Already. Now, I saw where you said Jay Prince, he kept in touch with you while you was in there for a little while. Can you speak on that relationship?
Yeah, man, Jay Prince flew my attorneys out, was trying to resolve my matter before he got to certain stages. You know, at one time, Jay Prince had my attorney and the victim's attorney together, and we was close to resolving the matter, but it went a whole different way, and we didn't resolve it in that way. But man, Jay Prince a good dude, man. He no paid fees on my attorney fees. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I called him direct. I didn't call no collect call. He pressed 0. He pressed 5 when I called. He accepted my call. So when I came home, you know, he always told me, you know, man, let's see how baby and them gonna work it out. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't just want to mess with me just on no labor situation or sign me as no artist or anything. But like when my daddy got killed, I reached out to baby and them to no avail. You know, Jay Prince called me on the night of my dad's funeral, man, and he was like, man, I want to partner up with you. I want to help you anywhere I see fit, you know, and by me being loyal, man, and he being loyal to me, man, him became partners, you know what I'm talking about? And the rest is history on that, bro, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can definitely dig that, man. I mean, that was a beautiful thing right there. Another question. How do you feel like the game has changed since the time when y'all was taking over for the 99 and the 2000, and you look up, it's 2015, and I mean, but y'all still got that buzz and that presence out here in these streets?
Man, gangster not gangster no more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being real not real no more, you know what I'm talking about? Like, the industry just accept anything. And people be mad at a certain artist or a certain situation and still support it, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, man, this shit, I mean, excuse my language, just
You
up
good?
in the air, like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody could, you know what I'm saying, could be up tomorrow, you know what I'm talking about? It's no competition, you know what I'm saying? It's easy, man, you know what I'm talking about, because they're accepting anything. But like I say, I adjust to it, you know, we create a habit, so we got to adapt to it. You know, I just try not to get too far from what the people know me as, you know what I'm saying? And certain things I don't condone, certain things I won't be a part of at all.
Yeah. Already. Now, I mean, what was some of the major adjustments that you made coming back into the game from your serving your bid?
Man, just being able to communicate. You know, I have a 13-year-old son, you know what I'm saying? And I hear him communicate on some of my posts. I post, and I'd be shocked to see him on my Facebook status and on my Instagram and how he talk. He's 14 years old.
Yeah.
You know, and just getting out of the state that he's not 3 years old no more. When I got locked up, that's how old he was when I came home.
Yeah.
And he'd grown up. And I also have twins. So my twins about to be 2 years old. So, you know, just being a father, man, you know, I work for my last name like that and Dad say, you know, I try not to do things. I don't do nothing that's selfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause if it was up to me, man, I did all kind of crazy things to a lot of dudes that I feel, you know, done me wrong, but I make my decision based on my family.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Now, I mean, you and Wayne both got music with P. I mean, what made y'all go ahead and cross them lines and work with the Master P over there, man?
It basically just was perfect timing. It just happened, man. A lot of people think we just did it because of the situation, but me and Wayne actually, man, they thought about it, had conversations on going sign with No Limit back in the day. You know, we just sat outside our hotel and say, man, P looking out for all his artists. P used to put his artists in houses, give them Rolexes, give them all brand new cars, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that the youngster wanted. And at the time, we didn't have those things, you know what I'm saying? So we were like, man, you know, we want to go over there, but we never did. And to see us both do a song, do something with Pete, you know, in the conversation that I had with Pete, you know what I'm saying? We ain't never had no problem with him. You know, it always was something bigger than us. You know, I never had a problem with any No Limit artist, you know what I'm saying? And we just chopped it up. And I mean, like I say, man, I'm about to fly to LA and probably the next couple of weeks. And we don't tell him, man, we gotta do a mixtape and everything. Pete called me like 5 days ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually what my schedule is like, and he wants to fly me out, and you know what I'm saying? It's all good.
During the time that you was on Cash Money, when was it and what was it that was the last straw that made everybody say, you know what, I got to get up out of here? Because, you know, folks were leaving left and right for a second there.
Yeah. Juvenile left, you know, BG left. I actually caught a case of Dual,
Yeah.
and I couldn't get out because I had a probation home. And during that time, I did 7 months. And Cash Money called themselves showing me tough love. I guess they didn't show up to my trial. They didn't pay for attorney. I had to do all this stuff on my own. So when I came home, my album, Young and Thuggin', was out. You know, it was doing what it do. I had came home. We went on that promotional tour, but love wasn't there no more. Juve had left. BG had left. You know what I'm saying? Man, Wayne, we was the youngest. I mean, but it just wasn't that family orientation no more, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was easy for when BG was like, man, I'm over here doing my independent thing with Cox and my Chopper City. You know, I felt like, you know, we done sold and had a track record. I could go get me an advance somewhere else, which I did for Cox. You know what I'm saying? And I signed like an album deal, 2 options. You know, they exercised the second option, and I caught my case of Memphis. And that's just what it was, man. Like, when the family broke up, you know, I had to roll, man. You know, it just wasn't the same, man. When the family broke up, you know, I had to move on out, man, and do what was best for me.
Yeah. I can definitely dig that, man. And now another question. When it comes to creating the music, what is your creative process when you're putting the music together?
I just do Turk, bro. Like, you know, I mean, anything I feel at the time. Like, I ain't the type, like, when I was young, I used to write raps all day. I write on paper bag. You know, I record with the recorder and, you know, just trying to keep up with what was going on. Now, I might go a month without writing a rap. You know, so I don't take it as serious as I used to. So however I feel, you know, I write my feelings, you know what I'm saying, and it be all truth, you know what I'm talking about? And that's how I do my music, man. I'm not in it for how I used to be in it when I was young. It's not a sport to me no more. It's like it's a job, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I can definitely dig that. Anything else you want to get off your chest, though, Turk?
And basically, you know what I'm saying, man, I appreciate all the people that's still standing by me, you know what I'm saying, that believing in the movement. You know, all my friends always never shaded. That's what I call my fans. I don't call them fans because they going to be there no matter what. They held me down, man, when I was down, you know what I'm saying. Go get the mixtapes on hotboyturk.com. I actually got 5 mixtapes out.
Yeah.
You know, just moving and grooving, man. Everything you need to know is on now.
I can definitely dig it, man. Appreciate you chopping it up with me, man.
For sure, is all love. And also follow me on Instagram, hotboyturk_32. And on Twitter, hotboyturk_32. And be on the lookout, man. So that YNT, man, we moving. You know what I'm talking about? It out here.
Radio Shouty.